That's a kick out at 2.
Okay, welcome to Kick Out at 2. I am Nick from bed for no particular reason. I'm here with Steve and Brian, and I know Grace is out there somewhere. If she decides to chime in, that's awesome. But hi guys, thanks for stopping in
Why are you in bed?
for no particular reason. I already said that. Like no reason.
Oh.
Okay, wait, there are reasons. Kelly is
Shit
watching
doesn't fly with me.
TV. Kelly's watching TV in the room that I typically do the podcast in, which is our main TV room of the house. So, because normally we do this a little earlier in the day, I'm kind of not in her way. But at this time of day, I am in her way a lot.
Ruining,
Yes.
be ruining her story.
And because I'm a no money making bus driver in the summer, I try to not be in her way as much as possible so she forgets I'm even here. That's really the name of the game. I just need her to kind of forget I'm here so that she doesn't remember that I'm a bus driver. That's
Did you say bus rival?
bus driver. Yeah. That's kind of
That is
Bus rival.
the number one rule I tell the girls is that this is America, and if you want an opinion, you better pay for it.
right.
So if you want to do your no money podcast show with your
Get
no money
out
salary,
of Kelly's way. Right. Absolutely.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the number
Yeah.
one rule of today is get out of her way. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm in bed. We've got this fancy bed that like sits up for you because
Props you up, yeah.
right. Because if being a bus driver wasn't lazy enough, I also don't want to sit up on my own. So
And it
that's-
helps. It helps with his hemorrhoids. That's the actual truth.
yeah. Is the I guess the real question is the cat in the bed with you?
She is not. She is not. She does not go into the bed because she is disgusting, and so she's not allowed in the bed. That's the end. That's as far as it goes.
Steve,
No cat in the bed.
Steve, on
Yes.
Wednesday, I'm over at that house, and I go in to use the bathroom. There's nobody in the house. Everybody's outside. I go in to use the bathroom, and the cat follows me across the house, up, and I go in the bathroom. It presses up against the door while I'm in the bathroom, and it just leans up against the door, and it just mutters again and again, just going, "Kill me, kill me."
Hey, sir, are
Yeah.
you in there?
He was like, I was like, I'm
Can you
trying
help me?
to
Are you
pee
peeing?
here. Yeah. It was like, kill me, please. You can feel it scratching against the door, like,
Hello, sir.
mm-hmm.
Need you to
Salvation.
put me out of my misery.
Mm-hmm. Salvation.
It
Are
sounds
you there?
it sounds less like hello, sir, and more like can you help? It's very. I don't even know if that's going to come across on the mic. It's so high pitched.
No,
It's
Oh, it
so
is.
high pitched.
yeah, your mic killed it quickly.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry.
Nobody needs to hear that.
It was
I
I
got to turn this
so
mic
the-
off.
so there's two things here that I want to talk about real quick. Quick
Okay.
topics.
Okay.
So one is, do you think back in the day, Lee Marshall had as much rage being on the road, like internal rage being on the road, that I have?
No.
Like, I don't know why. I just have this built rage in me when I travel now.
Right.
No, he's
Crazy.
doing what he loves. He's
Yeah,
doing what he
here's why.
loves to do.
Lee
Drive
Marshall
around,
he was a good old
He's
fashioned.
following the circus tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good old fashioned carny, and you are not that.
Get out of my head, Nicholas. Get out of my head. I'm telling you right
But
now.
I mean, I used to love traveling. I love traveling. I still love traveling now, but for some
Yeah.
reason, 2 out of the last 3 trips have just been like
Mm.
unadulterated rage. Not even from things going wrong. I'm just like,
Wait.
you know?
Wait.
I'm gonna-
Was Grace there for all of these trips?
Oh, for both of them, coincidentally, yes.
There are no coincidences, Brian. So
No.
I feel like maybe 66.667% of the blame falls directly on Grace's shoulders.
So should I not travel with Grace?
I mean, it's worth testing. Like
So then maybe
used
you
to
won't go
love
to
it.
Universal.
Mm-mm.
Maybe you shouldn't come to Uncle Kevin's wedding or
No, she
Universal
shouldn't.
in October.
She should not
If
go.
we need to test this theory out.
She should not go, and I know that somebody else will use that wedding invitation just fine. And it's me. And then if we find that Claire is also a problem, which we might, then someone will have to take Claire's place at the wedding, Steve. And I think I think we're onto something here.
And then we're just doing a live show from Kevin's wedding.
Yeah.
The three of us.
Wasn't that always? That's always the plan anyway, whether
Yeah.
I'm
I think-
invited or not.
Yeah, I guess that also. Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're in.
Okay.
This is all good.
All right. And then, and then the other thing was that I just realized it this week. So moving back to Pennsylvania, I am readjusting back to the culture of living back in Pennsylvania.
Alcoholism.
And in doing that, no, not
Oh.
alcoholism. So in doing that, in North Carolina, there's a slower pace of life and more patience with people, right? So up here, and the
There
best
are
example of that
slower
are
people
the
and less
lights,
patient.
the green lights. Yeah. And so
Ah.
when the light turns green in North Carolina, you just go. And you go, and the person behind you goes, the person behind you goes. Up here, the light just turns to green, and all of a sudden you hear behind you, beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep. And it's
Yeah.
really funny because I remember when Nick brought his beautiful, darling princess of a wife down to North Carolina, it was utter culture shock for her not hearing horns and not leaning on a horn when it instantly turned to green. And I was like, no. I'm like, everybody's okay. Everybody's just gonna get where they get when they get there. Like, no, there's no rush. And she was like, wait, what?
If she ever
I
heard
said-
you call her princess, she would hit you in the mouth.
Closed fist.
Closed fist.
Closed fist.
Can confirm.
Square in the mouth.
Not open fist.
No.
Close.
No. Like spitting out the rest of my teeth like chiclets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would
Yeah.
hit you. Be
Yep.
very careful.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So
She can hear you now. You're in the same state.
Yeah. I'm like, who's that knocking on my door in Connecticut? It's like you just hear a thump and the sound of a sack of potatoes hitting the ground. Yeah.
And then Grace is part of the Kick Out of Two podcast because somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Signs on. Hey guys, do you know where my dad is?
Yeah. Grace is like, I'm gonna hold the tag rope here and tag in. Yeah. But the so anyway, so in adopting back now to this, when somebody leans on their horn behind me, instead of getting furious, what I do is I take my phone out, I put my phone purposely up to where they can see it, and then I start to pretend that I'm texting and I don't go. And then they'll lean on their horn more, and then I'll start to go while I'm texting and going as slow as possible, and then just slow drag them down the street while they're flipping out behind me, and then I'll start to go. And every time they'll like fly by me, lean on the horn, tell me to go to hell, and I'm just like, you got what you asked for. So I was telling one of my brothers this, and he was like, oh yeah. He was like, I do the exact same thing. And he goes, another thing that I do, because he lives in the city, is another thing that I do is I don't like throwing trash, like stopping out, like, and making time out of my day to clean my car out. So he goes, I just throw the trash out the window while I'm driving. Like, it's perfectly fine. And he goes, 2 weeks ago, this woman pulled up right next to me and started screaming at me, like, hey, stop littering. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're throwing trash all over this beautiful place. Blah, blah. And my brother just rolled his window down and he said, hey, he goes, no. He goes, it's okay. I don't live here. And then put the window back up and kept driving. And the woman was just like,
What?
like, it was like, he was like, yeah, no, it's fine. You don't need to be worried. I don't live here. It's okay. It can be as trash as possible.
Go back to where you came from.
So, yeah. So anyway, those are two things that I needed to talk about immediately to get off my chest.
Great.
But I want to hear about the flag. I want to hear the story about the flag in Ocean City.
Okay. All right. So I bought this big banner that matches the one I put out on Instagram, right? So it's the new logo which says, a podcast, because we're not really a wrestling podcast because we don't really talk about wrestling. Like, there's a wrestling show on right now and none of us are watching it. So we had to kind of shift the whole idea of the podcast. So that's what I wanted to talk about. For anybody that's kind of a new listener is wondering, like, wait a minute, I thought this was a wrestling podcast. No, it's really not. We intended it to be a wrestling podcast because we all watch pro wrestling because we're 45, and it brings us some level of joy to watch and kind of be nostalgic, and then also to just enjoy, like,
Nick watches for the outfits.
yeah, I mean, some of them. That Randy Orton, I'll tell you. But as we found out, we kind of are like some of the only people that are interested. So when our conversations devolve into just the worst aspects of our lives, people seem more interested in that. And so we're going to do more of that. So the podcast is really about nothing, which is also to say everything, right? Like, if we think of it, that's what we're going to talk about. We're not going to stick to like a strict, like, we're going to talk about this for 15 minutes and then move on. We're not going to like poo-poo somebody if they want to talk about something different than where we're at. Like, we're just going to go with the flow and talk about whatever's interesting to us. And if you all also find it interesting, that's awesome. If you don't find it interesting, we don't care. Like, whatever, we're just here. Like, we are just...
No. If you don't find it interesting, just keep listening. There's probably at some point we're going to stumble on to some topic that we cover terribly that will amuse you.
Like, and amusing you is the point. We find that we amuse ourselves, so we assume we'll amuse others. Fair?
I mean, we do make people laugh occasionally.
Yeah, and not with us, at us.
At us.
Well, sometimes both.
Sure.
So I changed the logo to kind of match our whole kind of new philosophy about what this is, right? It's really everything and nothing at the same time, but it's just, a podcast. So I got the new logo with the QR code for YouTube right on the other side with a bunch of like fun, like, scan this, follow us, subscribe, and then all the links. So the Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff, right? So I went down Saturday into Sunday. We went on a tiki boat, which I have a follow-up for. After the tiki boat, though, we came home and I went to work Monday through Thursday, and then we went back down. The banner showed up on Tuesday morning. Cullen and my nephew Ethan put the banner up, and we started getting subscribers. Like, my parents rent this place. It's on the boardwalk where there are thousands of people a day that walk past. So my parents have a banner that like has all our last names, all the family last names, because they've been going forever. And now on the other side of the porch is the podcast.
There's this beautiful work of art.
Yes.
Okay.
So like ours is awesome. My mom's banner is very nice, but it is like 20 years old. So it's like, just kind of like, she made it 20 years ago. It looks like it was made 20 years ago. I'm sorry, Mom. Ooh. I love you. But we need to update that banner if we're going to keep going. So I get down there Thursday night, and it's kind of like over, right? Like, because we had done this tiki boat and then we left, Kelly and I kind of had like normal life for several days.
A couple of days.
We got down there on Thursday night. Everybody was absolutely destroyed. Like, just like nobody seemed like they could believe that they were still alive, and no one wanted to be alive. Like, they were like, we got there and it was probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And they were all like, we're going to bed. We're going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm like, whoa, what happened? What happened here while I was gone?
They were so sick of each other that they needed a
I think there was some of that. I feel like as husbands, over a long week, we can wear on our wives a bit. And I think a quite a bit of that went on. So
It takes me 60 minutes. I got this thing down to an art
I
form.
I know.
60 minutes, and I'm hated. I'm
Yeah.
hated, horribly hated.
Yeah.
60 minutes in.
We're
I could do it. It's easy.
We're so
I could teach
annoying. So
Take it. I could teach this.
everybody's in bed, and then Kelly and I are just out on the deck. Like we have a book and a drink, and we're like, well, look, like we don't have to get up for anything tomorrow. We're good. Like everything's cool. Friday, my mom had plans for all the kids and them to go somewhere, and I was like, cool. I don't have to do that. My kids are like adulting, so like whatever.
Yeah.
So Kelly and
go.
I are out on this deck, and we're having some drinks, and we're just enjoying. Like you can hear the waves, and there's not much else going on. Then we hear these kids coming up the boardwalk, kind of being loud. And if you're inside one of these houses, you can't hear anything that's going on outside. They have like double pane glass. You can't hear anything. But someone further down the boardwalk must have said something to them, like to be quiet. And we hear them like apologizing. And as they get to our porch, I'm like, yeah, you darn kids, you should quiet down. And they start laughing. I was like, but I'll forgive you if you scan this shit right here, right now. Scan it. Come on, bro.
Right,
And all three of them take
Easy.
their phones out, scan it. So I was like, oh shit. I guess I have to actively sell this thing. Like, it's nice that it's there and it's passive if I'm not there, but I have to actively do something, you know?
Right.
So the next day, listen, we weren't up real late because everybody else went to bed. So it was probably like midnight we went to bed. I get up early. I'm an early guy. Like, I'll take a nap, but I'm up early. So it's probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm out on the porch, cup of coffee, just chilling. Nobody else is there. Kyle gets up shortly after me. We're just sitting there. And my cousin Ryan drives down from his place, comes up with his coffee. We're just, jibber jabbering back and forth, kind of standing. I'm leaning on the railing right next to where the banner is as people are coming by. And as they're coming by, I'm just like, oh, good morning. Hello. Like, kind of like turning the show on. And listen, sidebar. If you're on vacation and you are running or riding a bike at 6 in the morning, you're
doing
not
this wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing vacation wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
Listen, a bunch of those people clicked. I know for a fact several of them listened to the podcast while they finished their run up and back because they came by to talk to me about it. Guys, you gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. This running.
You can run.
Wait. Are you telling us that we are getting new listeners at like outside of what our comfort zone is, and you think they're listening, and in doing that, you're now going to
preach to them,
out the way in which they live their lives?
I'm not bad mouthing them.
This is the advice segment.
Right. They're going to live longer than me, and they're going to feel better doing it. But I'm telling you, you have not lived. You've not lived right if you're out running at 6 a.m. while you're on vacation. Chill.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Slow.
Steve,
down.
is this Nick Tries life lectures?
I'm not trying. No, I'm doing it.
This is shit that we've spoken about this before, like on our rides in our workday. We have complained about these people, like the people who get dressed up and ride their bicycle.
Well, that's
get dressed up and ride the bicycle.
Wait.
Like
boardwalk bikes are like just ride up and down the boardwalk in the morning. That's a little different. You're talking about the people out with the special butt pad shorts.
Up.
They
get dressed up
like a superhero.
Yeah, right. With their helmet and their little things that I can see your nipples and your ass crack while you're riding. Yeah, well, but nobody likes that, and everything has to stop for you. No.
Brian probably likes that.
Brian does like that.
He does.
I may have an outfit.
Yeah. It sounds.
Hold on a second.
I'll tell you this.
I'm gonna interrupt 1 second, Brian. I just got to make sure you're not doing the podcast from a bathroom stall at a gas station somewhere in the middle of the road.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like the term "on the road" covers all. Is a general term. So if it's on the road, it's on the road. We don't get into specifics of where on the road I'm calling in.
Where?
Yeah. I would like to know. I would like to know the thing that I would have been curious about for decades is that for people who get up and run on the boardwalk in the morning,
Yeah.
how I want to know how is that enjoyable, because I feel like, and this is even when I was a child, not like day after hard drinking, like morning after, but like when you are on the boardwalk in the morning, sometimes it feels like you are on the surface of the sun.
Oh,
And it is like, how do you run in that? Do you know what I mean?
well,
Sure.
we were really lucky. The weather when I was down there, the weather was really nice. Like it was warm and in the middle of the day hot, but like in the shade it wasn't so hot. So like I feel what you're saying. Like and that's kind of my point, right? Like it's summer. It's hot. None of these
Yeah.
people look happy to be doing what they're doing. None of them.
No.
Right.
None of them are pleased. Like the only smile I saw was a guy that came by to yell at me how much he liked the podcast and wanted to party with us. And I was like, listen,
Hey,
we're not that good
I like
in
you,
person.
that guy. I like you, that. We are that good.
Yeah.
We are that good, pal. We are that
So-
good, pal.
So
We are that guy.
So the banner was good.
Sorry.
It was good. And so
Yeah.
that we're going to use that banner for, posts and stuff like that for the foreseeable future. It was a really good, caught the eye, and we're going to take it places with us as we go to wrestling shows and conventions and stuff like that, and try and really,
I think
try and really make it a thing.
I think when you come home, well, I think when you have a chance, you should hang it on your flagpole outside your house, because I was looking at it when I dropped some stuff off at your house the other day. I was like, put that flag on the flagpole.
I don't know about that.
I
would.
just, if we could take a step back real quick, I very much would love to hear the perspective of the guy that came back to talk to you after he saw the flag, because I feel like he was probably like, hey, he probably told his friends and family afterwards, like, hey, so I saw this guy this morning, this out of shape guy on a balcony throwing apples at bikers and people running
Yeah.
over a flag and a QR code. And the guy was like, very nice guy, but just like verbally assaulting people, just trying to be healthy and live healthy lives.
Meanwhile,
But so I listened to the
Hey, you
podcast.
stop that.
this guy's got bourbon in his
Yeah,
coffee right now, and he's yelling at us for running. It's really weird.
Yeah. Like, who wakes up that morning? Who wakes up that early in the morning to yell at strangers?
Right.
So yeah, no, I think the flag. Like I said, I think we all agree the flag's a very good idea.
I like it. Yeah, it was
If
good.
anybody has any idea on events we should take it to, or
Yeah. Listen, guy that was running on the boardwalk that came back to talk to me, please comment on something. We would like you to come on and give us, since you liked it. If people don't like it, we don't want to know. Since you liked it, we want your feedback. Comment so I can get in touch with you, and we'll bring you on so you can talk about it. And I want to know a little bit more about what you think. So
probably not bringing you on. We don't do well with strangers.
yeah, this
we
is
do.
like this is
Incredible with strangers.
This is very much like that. Hey, we met we smiled at each other on the subway, and I didn't get your name, but here's my number. Like one of those postings on Twitter. You're on.
And this is crazy. Here's my number.
You're on the Broad Street stop, and you were wearing a brown jacket, and we both smiled. Call me.
We had a
my
moment.
Number.
This happens.
We had a moment. Fate will find us.
So, the other thing that happened is after this whole, so I ended up talking to Gary that morning, and then after I talked to Gary, and all this stuff is like uploading and stuff, that takes time. And I'm standing by the sign, and I'm kind of like verbally accosting people as they walk by, like, "Hey, come on, scan this thing." What's wrong? Now I'm drinking heavily, so it's like,
like you landed one fish, and now you're like,
oh, now I know I can do anything.
All these
So I'm standing out there, and like eventually I run out of steam. You know what I mean? Like I've been up for a while. I've now had 2 cups of coffee, both with alcohol in them. I'm starting to cool off a bit. Maybe it's a little nap time coming up, and a bunch of people on bicycles come riding by. They're like, "Oh, it's Nick from the podcast." I'm like, "Oh no!" My mother heard it. She was like, "You're famous!" Ah! I was like, "Wee!"
Did you break out your drunken Scottish accent by that point? Like, oh, audience, oh, that's right, all right here.
I took my shirt off.
Meanwhile,
I threw it to them.
they only know about the podcast because he wrote it on the stall in the bathroom at the bar.
Ooh, what an idea! Right? Just
Yep.
a QR sticker, slap that sumbitch on all these on Porta Johns and
Yeah, you have to do it with like different headers though to get people to scan
yeah.
who think it's completely different. I think it'd be amazing.
Great.
All right, so
Okay.
let's see, 7:30, so we're a half hour in. I think that's enough chit chat.
You've had
Can we
enough?
now talk about
Are you fucking timing us? What the hell?
Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, we definitely listen. I have a Tiki Boat update, but that can wait for our new segment, which will be called Kick Out at 2, No DQ. We'll have a couple of segments that'll happen there, probably starting next week. But for now, we will talk about Spider-Man.
Wait, why is it called No DQ?
Well, I was sitting drinking with my cousin, and I was like, "Listen, I want to put like a next level kind of extra content section together," and he was like, "No DQ. That's it.
It's really
there's no rules.
Really to warn people to because I'm gonna say the things
it means we're gonna be a little bit more offensive, but we're also gonna be kind of gross and
obnoxious.
And some stuff like, for example, Brian's got to talk about Ibiza Part 2. That's going to be on No DQ.
I'm going to show my butthole.
I have to wait until Brian's not here, so Steve and I can talk butthole stuff. And then I want to give an update on the Tiki Boat, and it'll all be on No DQ.
Okay, but we want to get sued. We want to get sued.
What are we going to get sued for?
No, what are we getting sued about? No, we're not going to say the words. You know the words we're not allowed to say.
There are a lot of NDAs. A lot of NDAs were signed post Ibiza. Is all I have to say.
NDAs are a good thing, though. It's a good thing. But
listen, and we'll have at any time we have Judge Bryn.
You're in broadcasting
on No DQ.
You're in broadcasting. You know how to craft a story. You can do it.
You're gonna be fine.
Okay.
You're gonna be fine.
Okay.
So, all right, we're still on the regular show.
Moving on.
Yeah, this is going to be
like in Miss Abula's biology class.
Right.
We got through that.
No, it's not. No, it's not going to be like that at all. Listen, that's later. That's for another time. Right now, we have all seen it, so this is going to be a heavy spoiler Spider-Man review. So if you have not seen the movie and you don't want us to absolutely ruin it, both in content and in opinion, you need to go right now. But don't go, because we can either make you want to see it or save you the trouble.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So, Brian, thoughts as our least comic book interested member. I want to hear what you thought of this. What?
Before you go, did each of your experiences did you have full theaters?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You didn't. Well, you went last night at like 10 o'clock at night.
I went today at 10 in the morning.
Oh yeah, no one. They were all at church. Stop it. If I could push your screen that way. Okay. No, but that's like the first time I've been. Well, it's been a while since I went to a movie at the theater, and the theater's been full. So,
like, it's been an event.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy with that. And it was hard to get tickets today. I'm happy with that because I like the state of I don't like the state of movie theaters and movie watching as it is right now when there's nobody in there for movies that I think people should be in there for, like He-Man.
No, I agree. I think all three of us love the art of going, the art and the experience of going to see a movie, and we love it even more when it's treated like a big event.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, I very much thought the exact same thing. It was very cool to see that it was a packed house. So
People wearing shirts. I saw people wearing shirts, kids in Spider-Man outfits. That was cool. I liked it. It took me back to like Star Wars way
Yes.
back when, you know?
No, I agree. It was great. It was great. I think you're spot on with that point, Steve. You really are. The in regards to my thoughts, so well, number one, it's very, very, very hard. It's almost impossible in movies and storytelling wise to be able to do a fourth chapter of an individual character and still have it keep a sort of quality to it, right? So like
Yeah, sure.
by the third you're just hitting the the
Hitting the
greatest
same
hits.
bar.
By the fourth,
Right.
it's clearly a cash grab, right? So I think that their approach with the movie in terms of like, look, okay, we have a very generic storyline that we've run back 3 times already. Essentially, like, this person, him versus this person, that's it. Instead of just doing that, we are going to make this as New York is a character and all his interactions with all of these other individuals in New York is also its own story. And I think that was almost like it was two things. One, it was sort of like I said before, like going in this, I thought that they were gonna develop the movie more like the video game. And I feel like that's really ultimately what it was. Like, hey, in this level you're gonna be with the Punisher, and the next level you're gonna be with the Hulk, and the level after that you're gonna be there. So, like, I thought it was really good, but I thought it was, like I said, the fourth version of any character movie is a challenge, and I thought their approach was very good. I thought it was a really good standalone movie. I don't know anything about Marvel comics. Ultimately, I never read any Marvel comics. I didn't know anything about Spider-Man. I got a sense that this is sort of what Spider-Man was in the '90s, where he had all these cross adventures with all these different characters in the Marvel universe. So I thought it paid a lot of homage and respect to like the people growing up in the '90s who were Spider-Man fans. And I thought that was a really great deal. And then also Tom Holland was fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Jacked. Jacked. Like
He's done a good
Papa
job.
Pump jacked. Yeah. And I thought the Punisher, I thought that he'd only be in like maybe 2 scenes in a montage, an opening montage. I didn't realize that he would ultimately be a supporting character, and he ate up every. I mean,
He's so
the guy
good.
who's it? I'm blanking on.
Yeah.
Barenthal.
Steve Barenthal.
Yep.
He
Yeah, John
chewed
Burns.
up every single scene he was in. He absolutely chewed up in this movie. He was so good in it.
Very good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He was
I
really
thought
good.
it was really, I thought it was a really good movie. I really did, and I think it was like I think they took their formula of the last movie of like, yeah, we're gonna bring in all these different characters and have a different approach. I thought it was really good. I thought it was, they did a really good job for the situation. So, and there wasn't any like, okay, well, we have to build into a bigger universe story and this and that. Like, nope, it was all self-contained within New York and within the Spider-Man like day-to-day stuff. And I thought it was no, I had no real complaints. I thought it was very, very good. I thought it was very well done.
They did a really good job of the Spider-Man character who went to space, who went over here, went over there, died for a while, came back, and just brought him right back to his little neighborhood of Manhattan where he patrolled and took care of everything and everybody. I like that. Yeah, it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
I
Have some problems,
I
but I'll
really
let Nick
thought
go first.
so I thought there was good. I thought there was a lot of good to this movie. I think there was a little bit that was kind of boring to this movie, and um I think they missed an opportunity with the Sadie Sink character to really throw a swerve at you. In a good way. Like, I think they could have given you a different character that still held a lot of weight, that could still help carry the story. That being said, she was really good. Like, she can act. Like, that's the end of it. She's really good. And she played the character really well in a way that, like, I watched the movie as a Spider-Man movie and I enjoyed it. but I don't think that's the point. The point of this movie is this movie has absolutely set up the next 10 years of Marvel movies.
Right.
This movie,
I agree. I agree.
yeah, this one sets up where he creates inhibitors. You
Yeah.
know, just by having the Hulk there for that bit of it, like, and having a mutant there, they have done so much work already to make it really easy for themselves to explain mutants. They've just
Yeah.
laid so much groundwork. These Feige and the Russo brothers are so smart. They're so smart. The unfortunate thing they've done is from Endgame until now, they put out some garbage. And
Puke. Complete puke.
like
Yeah.
that Shang-Chi, that was okay. Even the
That was good.
Thunderbolts, I thought was okay.
I liked it.
But there's so much garbage in there that everybody lost trust. This movie is regaining the trust of the audience, and it's setting up the next 10 to 15 years of Marvel movies, and I'm back. I'm fully excited for Marvel stuff again.
Sadie Sink's character is like the holy grail of Marvel if you do it correctly. Now they haven't been able to do it correctly in live action ever. So when I heard that this was the character they were going with, I thought maybe they were taking a bite, too big of a bite, and I felt like they were going to ruin this character. I don't know if we're giving away. We're spoiler free.
I mean,
right?
we're not spoiler free, man. Screw 'em. We're
All
going.
All right.
Just say it.
So
They know.
So Sadie Sink being Jean Grey, I thought it was a terrible idea for a Spider-Man movie, but I love the way that they did it. I don't know why they had to. I mean, I don't understand yet why they went the route with her character that they did. But you know, I'm not. They're gonna tell me. They're gonna tell me why in a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They showed you where she came from. They kind of showed you where she's going. Like you understand where she's going. And the power dampener thing, that's incredible. Okay. And the fact that they used that and Jean Grey to totally wipe out the bullshit Hulk that they gave you in Endgame and any other, I guess he was in a TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all gone. And I felt that Spider-Man was in big trouble for quite some time there.
So
that scene was incredible. That scene was incredible. Like he gets to this building, he's trying to find out what's going on, and the whole time you're hearing this thumping in the background, boom, boom, and you're like, what the hell? It took me 10 seconds to figure it out, but like I totally went into like this is a horror movie part. And it hooked me. It hooked me. I want that crazy wild animal Hulk that we all know and love.
Yeah,
That's
and you got
I
it.
like that.
No, I
Yeah.
think you're right. I do have two notes though. The one is about Jean Grey because as a novice, the only thing I really know about the X-Men is that the Jean Grey character is like this really in-depth, tortured person who with a ton of like PTSD from when she was younger and growing up. And it didn't seem like I felt like they kind of made her paper thin in this in this movie where you're like, okay, her sister died, but like they whenever she's been portrayed in the past, it's been this person who has like a ton of like problems,
Like abandonment
like
issues and yada
yeah,
yada.
like all of these different things. And so I was like, I feel like of all the people they could have picked of like the X-Men to do this with, I'm like, I don't understand why Jean Grey, but yeah, because there's so much depth to her.
Well,
Right.
here's the deal with Jean Grey, right? Her whole origin is she found out she had powers because her best friend got hit by a car and died, and she died with her because she was in her head. That's where her trauma comes from. that's a lot to unpack in the middle of a Spider-Man movie. So
Right.
Right.
and it doesn't give you any type of motive for her to be out in the world. Instead, they made it her sister, and she's trying to find her sister. And then when she finds out that her sister is dead, they unleash what's really the Jean Grey power level, which is
Right.
I can stop an entire city all at once and not
With a
break a
thought.
sweat.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so also over time, the character of Jean Grey builds more trauma based on what she goes through in her typical life with the X-Men and being among humans that hate and fear them. And so I think you can actually build more of that trauma. And I have I mean, Brian, I'm not going to bring it up now because Brian won't understand, but Steve, I have a whole theory for 10 years from now where the Jean Grey
Yeah.
character goes. And I think they will build trauma after trauma around this character. This is your Iron Man for the X-Men. Jean Grey is your Iron Man. She is the focal point for everything X-Men related.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I can see it.
forever.
Like she's going to be your entry point, like what James Gunn is doing right now with Supergirl in DC. Like she's their Iron Man. Like she's going to
Except
be.
it's good.
Yeah, I am. But like it's like they're both doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I get that. Number two is that I thought Ned could do the circle thingy from Doctor Strange. He
Yeah,
didn't
but
do the
that was
circle thingy.
because that they were
Did
doing
he
that.
forget?
He forgot that because that was part of his adventure with Spider-Man and Peter Parker, so he forgot all that. He
Right.
shouldn't have forgotten that, but it was a convenient plot.
Plot hole.
Just gonna write that in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah, it's a plot
Okay.
hole.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
okay. Um,
Like nanotechnology.
Right.
Oh, it can just conveniently change whatever the plot device is needed right now in order to advance the story.
You got
Got it. Okay.
yeah. I thought it was really entertaining. It was funny. The action sequences were great. Like I felt like I was watching a video game, and I know that's exactly what they were going for.
For sure.
And more of that, please. More of that.
Well, I think more of that
Yeah, I
for
think that-
Spider-Man, not. I think I think that's why Spider-Man works as a fourth
Yep.
movie because you're not putting yeah, there's an underlying plot, right, of him fighting his evolution of the Jean Grey thing, but like there's it's just action, little pause, action, little pause, action, little, and
Right.
just when you're like, wow, that was a big action sequence. I can't believe this movie's over already. No, it isn't. Like we're
No.
gonna keep going.
There's a whole other hour that
Yeah. Like you
that I-
thought
I
that you
gotta
were like,
watch.
oh, the movie that might be it. Okay, that was fine. And you're like, oh, we're still here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do you think it's odd that they've had 4 Spider-Man movies so far, and they don't really have a Norman Osborn yet?
at this point,
No, because
at this point, it's difficult.
yeah, Norman Osborn is so close to
Really?
Tony Stark, and if you've
Yeah.
not started him already, I think it's difficult to start now. Now, that being said, you could start Norman Osborn later, like in the next phase of Marvel movies, where you can back Spider-Man off from the Avengers
Yeah.
and Secret Wars and all that, and have Spider-Man just be his own thing, and that's it, and do Norman Osborn. But I kind of feel
Technically, they should have already started
Should
the
have started
Norman
that way, yeah.
Osborn story.
Right? Like the
Spider-Man.
Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn?
yeah,
That would be fantastic. They
Yeah.
should have started that already since we've already had a Civil War and we've already had a new Avengers. Norman Osborn plays a big part in the comic book world of a new Avengers team moving forward, and that's pretty incredible. And they had the that terrible TV show with the Skrulls,
yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like
Secret Invasion. It
feel
was
like-
terrible. It was poorly done. Norman Osborn was a big part of that. Also,
yeah, like I just ultimately I'm like I feel like you had 4 Batman movies without the Joker in it. Because I feel like when I think of Spider-Man, I think of
The Green
Norman
Goblin.
Osborn as like the main villain, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
also though, you had Willem Dafoe do the Green Goblin twice, right? And he's so good. Like, are they kind of just like, we probably should just move on?
They killed him twice.
Spider-Man's got 1,000 villains. Like in the movie, they gave you like a villain reel of him just beating up different villains, and they could have turned any of those villains into a full-length feature villain. And he's got so many, you don't have to do that. And Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man now at this point has transcended needing one particular villain or another, because he can go, like, they've inserted him into the Avengers, where Spider-Man in the comics really isn't. Like, he's not an Avenger. He shows up from time to time for big, giant, like, cosmic things, like world-shattering events. But for the most part, Spider-Man's his own guy. So the fact that they're using him for big picture stuff means you don't have to do the Green Goblin. You just don't. Like the villains in this movie were other heroes and a guy in charge of a government organization. Like, I don't even remember the guy's name. So,
and one other thing to follow up on what we were talking about last week with the Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
Do you think? I was thinking about this week. Do you think that AI, like all of these dumb AI trailers that people are making and putting out and saying like, "Oh, this is the trailer" on Twitter, it's numbing you to the impact of actually seeing the real trailer?
Yes. And that's why I don't even want to see any trailers anymore. I started this with Star Wars, even like Revenge of the Sith. I was like, I'm not watching anything. I want to go in blind. I don't. Everybody on the internet's going to try and ruin it for me, and I'm just not interested. So, like, I've gotten really good at just scrolling past shit that's like anything related for something coming up. I'm out. I don't want to know. I don't care who's cast in X-Men movies. I don't care, how they're going to get written into the process. I really don't. I just, like, now that I've seen the Spider-Man movie, I am full on where I was before, like, Infinity War came out, where I was like, you know what? They've done pretty good. I'm just going to trust them and watch whatever they put in front of me. Like, I'm back to that where I was out. Like, there's a bunch of series on Disney Plus that I just haven't watched, and I probably won't. And
I won't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, awful. So
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for a sequel to the Eternals.
You're going to be waiting for a while.
Keep waiting. Yeah,
you're going to wait for
Really?
I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie?
As soon as they killed Selma Hayek, I was out. I was like, what? Mama said that? No.
She did.
Kill her.
Eternals.
I thought
apparently they're gonna do a second one moving forward.
I thought they were eternal. Why is she dead? Oh, wait a minute. Isn't there a giant space god growing out of the ocean somewhere? Nobody talked about that.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
No.
They're like, you know what? Can we all forget
That's
about
why I
this
have
one?
to say.
They mentioned that in New Avengers, and then it was bit.
Yeah, that's why they have to stay in New York, because they can't go around the world because there's a massive hand poking out of the other side of the world right now.
And face.
Yeah.
There's a face coming out of the Arctic Ocean. Like,
yeah. So, yeah.
No, there was.
No, yeah. All right, I gotta get going, boys. Great checking in on the road.
Yeah, well, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Use your dude wipes on the road.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Grace.
Methylated dude wipes.
All right. Well,
could she hear me? Did I say things when Grace was? Oh.
I very highly doubt Grace was listening at all to our
she was
nonsense.
in her phone.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah, I am going to figure out how to put up some special content for our main listeners and people that really, really care. And we're going to get that up hopefully for next week, where Steve and I are going to talk about Dude Wipes a little bit, and hopefully we can get them to pony up a little dough for a little sponsorship while we talk about our Dude Wipes. And
just a little change, pocket change.
We have to do it without Brian, because the conversation is going to go to a place where Brian doesn't want to be. So it's just going to be me and you. Me, you, maybe El Tuchador. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's going to be nailing me down next week is going to be a little difficult because I'll be
you're out
somewhere.
of the country. Ooh,
yeah, I'll be somewhere over there. I'm ready.
All right,
I'm ready
I can always go. We can always do like Ibiza Part 2. Ibiza After Dark or
Yeah.
or
I
or
wanna
the
listen to
or
that.
the Tiki Boat update. I'm trying to get Kyle to help me out. He's the last person for me to get in touch with to find out what happened on the Tiki Boat.
Because you forgot it.
Listen, we will get into it more on Kick Out of 2, no DQ.
All right. I'm with it.
Oh,
With it.
I drank like 9 Miller High Lifes today. We were sitting.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I got up, I went to the
wow.
movies, I came home, we had lunch, and then our friend came over and she has 2 little girls and they love Jameson and he went back to school and they were like, "Can we please come over and see him?" So she comes over and I'm like, "Well, I guess I need beer." And so I went and got a 12-pack of Miller High Life and we were sitting outside and it was a little warm and they were like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Going
boom,
down
boom,
easy. Yeah.
and now I'm just like farting.
Man, I'm thirsty. God, it's hot. Are you just destroying yourself right
Like
now?
I'm just this whole time I've just been like I
And
can't
you're on
believe it didn't
Kelly's
come
side of the
through.
bed.
No, I'm not on Kelly's. I stay
Oh,
away
yeah.
from Kelly's side of the bed. Oh my God, Kelly, if you're listening to this, I'm not even close to your side of the bed. I am all the way on the edge of my side of the bed where I belong. Like on the edge. Like
Yeah.
if I
That-
turn a little bit, I'm going
That
over.
that 1 foot that you give us to sleep on our side with our CPAP masks on. Yeah. That's
Right.
the side.
With all my various
Yeah.
accoutrements. Right? Like I got my knee pillow and I got the pillow I can hold in between my hands, and then my CPAP down here, and then there's my headband to keep my mouth closed, so I'm not like,
Right. Not talking in your sleep.
yeah,
Grinding,
yeah.
teeth grinding.
Sleeping is such a chore. Ugh.
Bro, my God. Sometimes I wake up with her 25-pound blanket halfway on me, and I want to kill myself.
25-pound blanket. That can't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Actually, it is. It's just like it's like being tucked in. You're tucked in by your biological father.
No, well, I wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah, he gone. He gone.
You go.
Yeah. Shit. So you
Really
are
need
going
cigarettes
to
on there.
you are going to Ireland.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
how long?
10 days.
Jesus. In the summer, Steve, you're going away in the summer for 10 days?
Yeah.
You're gonna get fired,
so I looked
buddy.
up like, hey, what are you supposed to wear in Ireland at this time of the year? And Grok was like, pack for the 4 seasons. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
what? What?
You never know. You just like it could be hot as shit, or it could be like
Yeah.
cool where you need like a hoodie, jeans. Like
Yeah.
it is not
Raining.
Yep.
It's gonna rain.
Gonna
I know
rain.
it's gonna rain.
Right. That's
Yeah.
why us Irish folk are so pissed off all the time. Because we just
You never know.
yeah, genetically we grew up in dread and dreary weather and rain. Yeah, it's just pack everything, dude.
All of it.
Pack one of everything.
Yeah.
Like you only
Yep.
need one pair of jeans for 10 days, right? And
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one because
are you gonna get a second pair of
knows? I
jeans?
don't know.
10 days. If you do a lot
5
of
and
walking
5.
around, and if you put the jeans on and it's warm,
Right. My
Yeah, that
balls
could
will
be
be
trouble.
sweaty.
Yeah, you'll have bat wings. That's a no DQ conversation right there.
What are bat wings? Write that down.
What are bat wings? Why do you have underwear that have a little pouch in the front of them? No
Yeah.
DQ conversation for sure.
Oh my God. Yeah, so 3:45, I gotta be at my mother-in-law's. The car's coming. We're driving down, getting on the plane, and we'll be there. I didn't realize it was only a 6-hour flight. It's like going to Vegas,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty
really
easy.
not bad.
And then once we touch down, I don't know what happens after that. I've been told twice,
You drink.
but I have no idea. Yeah.
you gonna drink. And your wife is gonna say stuff like, "Hey, you should probably take it easy." Nuh-uh. We're not taking nothing easy. When in Rome,
yeah, if my brother-in-law has a beer,
if he doesn't have a beer, you should encourage him to have a beer.
if my mother-in-law has a drink, 2 for me.
Right. Because you're a man.
Yeah. And I'm taller than everybody.
And you're taking the boy over there
Taller
too?
than everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
He's super excited. Yeah, he can't wait.
It's really cool to get out of the country. That's awesome.
I've been telling him it's green over there. Like, everything's green. Like black and white television.
Green
when you get out of the
television.
plane, it's going to be
just
green.
He doesn't believe you. He's smarter than you are, so he doesn't believe it. So that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go to Ireland. Don't hurt yourself. Don't let your wife kill you and bury you there. Don't kiss the Blarney Stone. There is urine on it.
I'm gonna kiss it.
Then listen, it better be a picture of it so I can post that on Facebook and Instagram and make a Muppet Steve licking a Blarney Stone. I need pictures.
We're gonna get close as we can get.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put my eye on it so I get conjunctivitis.
Okay.
Like,
okay. I'm gonna kick at it too. Have a good vacation. Right. I'll see you when you get back.
All right. Bye.